Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by. I'm Elder Shorron Vinson and this is It's My Lifestyle. I just want to thank you for coming in, dropping by. I'm glad we can spend a little time together today, and I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. If not, there's a little day left. Get some good day in. Always think about your blessings. Whenever in doubt, think about how good God has been to you, and that'll lift your day. I just thank everyone who has subscribed up to this point. For those of you who have liked and commented and you have been keeping up and sharing videos, I thank you. I really, really thank you. This is a blessing. This is a wonderful opportunity to be encouraged and to stay encouraged and share it with somebody else to encourage them. We just want to pass it and move it forward. We thank you so much. And if you haven't subscribed by now, come on, time is running out. Go ahead, subscribe so that you can be a part of it. We just look for bigger and better things, greater and greater things. And I just thank you so much for doing so. Today, I just want to encourage you with this word. You've got something. You've got something. I know you're looking around talking about what she's talking about, what she's talking about. Yes, you've got something. There are so many times when that little spirit of discouragement can come on the scene. And he comes from time to time just to hinder, just to slow you down, to get you, the Bible says, weary and well-doing. Sometimes he tries to, get you low in your spirit and not let you see what you really have. And it comes to each of us, some more than others. And I don't want to play it down like it's not true. It is very true that it does happen, and it comes to us sometimes because it happens sometimes when you feel like you're depleted and you get low. And maybe things are not happening at the time. We have highs and lows. Sometimes things are happening and maybe you got a promotion and things are going well for your kids in school, or things are going well at work, or, all type of things happen. Moving to a new home, or you get a new car, or whatever it might be. Good news is just popping up all over. And I'm telling you, it's a wonderful feeling to get some good news because we get enough bad news. But when the good news is rolling in, it is such an uplifting feeling. But just like that happens, the same thing happens on the other side. Bad news starts coming in. You find out about sicknesses, or you find out about some type of things that was going on the job that are underhanded, or whatever happened, or something's happening at home, or you got to move suddenly. All type of things happen. And I'm telling you, it can be such a heavy time. It can really be a despondent time, and you're trying to be positive, and you're trying to keep your head above water, and you're trying to pay everybody, and there's not enough money left in the month to pay everybody, so you're giving everybody a quarter here and a quarter there, trying to make $1 out of 15 cents. Oh my goodness, it can happen. And you just don't really know, what do I have? You feel like you don't have anything. And then now those are the facts. That what's happening, those are the facts. But when the devil comes and then he says, oh, and you don't have this. And he's whispering saying, oh, and you don't have that. Don't forget about that. He just instigates and gives you more things to be low in spirit about. He doesn't want you to realize what you really have, what you really possess. That's bigger, that's better, that's more powerful than any of these things that you've already named. He wants to keep your mind off of what's really important. Wants to get us distracted. You know how he is. Get your eyes off the road. Look at that over there. And when you really got to stay focused, he gets you looking at something else. And look at this, look at this, look at me, look at me. He wants you to see all of the calamity, all of the bad news. He wants you to see all of the grading, the lowest of the low. He wants you to see all of those things so that you won't pay attention to the one major thing that you have in your life. You've got the Lord. You've got the Lord who is yet on your side. I want you to be encouraged about it. And there used to be a song. There's a song, and it was, if you have nothing left but God, you've got enough to start all over again. I'm telling you now, if by chance you don't know it, you've got to remind yourself, if you've got God, you've got enough. You've got more than enough. You know, the Bible gives us various names for God. We know him as El. We know him as all the L's of God, the El Shaddai. Then we know him as Jehovah. We know him as Adonai. We know him he's the, El Shaddai tells you that he's the multi-breasted one. And if you can think of a litter, that means just as you see those puppies trying to be fed by the mother, and they make room in between each other to try to make sure that they can all get the mother's milk. He's the multi-breasted one, meaning he can feed all of us. There's enough for all of us. There's more than enough for all of us. He is our God. He is our keeper. He is all of the things that we ever would think we would ever need in this life and more. And I got to tell you that when when God is down on the inside of you, and when that Spirit of the living God finally clicks to your memory that you've got God, raise up and tell the devil, but I've got God. And God's going to make a way. And God's going to provide. And God's going to give me an idea. And God's going to open a door. You got to tell him what God's going to do. He's got to know it. What God's going to do. God's going to make a way. God's going to talk in my favor. God's going to give me the desires of my heart. God's going to grant me favor. You've got to begin to talk about the things that you know God has promised you he's going to do. That devil wants to keep you that tuned off. He doesn't want you to be reminded about what God is doing. But you've got to remind yourself. David did this. David said, I encourage myself. I'm not looking for somebody else to pat me on the back. I'm not looking for somebody else to give me good news. I'm going to encourage myself in the Lord. He did that after everything had died, after everything had fallen, after all of his camp had been burned, after everything looked at its lowest. And he wanted to know, God, shall I pursue? And the Lord told him, David, pursue. And I'm telling you, friend, pursue. Get up. Tell yourself, God is on my side. I've got the Lord. I may not have this. I may not have that. I've lost that. That's been taken away. Look like everything might be leaving. It might be leaving right out of your hands. But you've got the Lord. He promised you, I'll never leave you. I'll never forsake you. I will always be with you. I will always love you. I'll always be there for you. And you remind yourself that God is on my side. Now, this is the ticket. This is what you got to do. Stay with God. You can't expect God to just stay with you and you don't stay with him. How do you stay with him? You got to stay faithful to his word and remind yourself of everything that God promised. Stay with his word. You got to be obedient. You can't do what God told you not to do. That's not the way you stay with him. You stay with him by doing what God has chosen you and commanded you to do. Stay with this word and stay with him. He stays with you. You stay with him. You always got him. He's always got you. I'm telling you, you've got something. You've got something. You've got favor on your side. You've got the peace of God. You've got the joy of the Lord. You've got angels encamped all around you. You've got grace and mercy chasing you down. You've got everything to be happy about and nothing to be sad about. You've got to tell the devil, I've got something. I've got something. And Shirley Caesar said it like this: the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. All right? So I'm just going to be honest with you. You've got to remind yourself you've got something. Don't sit there and sing that sad song And think about all of those sad things when you've got a God on your side who will do whatever it takes to give you the victory. You've already got it. Until the next time, I'll see you real soon. Be blessed. Don't forget to subscribe.